Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about the work of art in the age of mechanical reproduction. Now, before I go into some analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. All right, the work of art in the age of mechanical reproduction by Walter Benjamin. Very interesting work here. There's lots to discuss. Walter Benjamin is talking about art, how art has changed. You think about art when it comes to the Greeks. You think about art when it comes to painting, sculptures, um, you know, um, works of art that took a lot of effort, that took a lot of time, that took years to make. You think about that, and you also think about today how photography and film, how that has changed the game. Now, you know, it's a lot of hard work to make a movie. It's a lot of hard work to be a photographer because, there's a lot of photographers. It's not just about, taking a picture. They really do work hard to get the best picture, and to make pictures tell stories. But still, it's not the same thing as painting, um, the Mona Lisa. So here, Walter Benjamin, he's talking about how modern art has changed society. He talks about, if you go to a play and you see an actor take on an aura, or actors will embody the character that they're portraying. So that's something special. That's why plays often feel different, because you can see the actor or the individual completely becoming an embodiment of the character that they're displaying. Movies are not the same thing. I mean, there's a disconnection um, with movies because the person's not right there in front of you. I mean, in a play, the person is breathing, the person is alive, the person is right there. But in a movie, it's a little bit more. It feels a little bit more cold because it's a movie. It feels mechanical. It feels, a whole universe away because this is a on a screen, and maybe it's in another universe. Maybe it feels different. So art has changed. Pictures have changed. Paintings and pictures are not the same thing. And Walter Benjamin, he goes into this work talking about how this has changed culture, how this has changed how we interact with art, how this even feeds into politics. And when you think about politics and art, politics is a big part of art. Think about Nazi Germany and all the art that comes out of that, and the symbols and the things that are associated with that whole movement and everything that happened in Germany in that time. Think about all the countries and their anthems and their flags. So, art is a very important part of politics. We put meaning. We have a lot of meaning attached to certain symbols and to certain pictures and to certain ideas. And I mean, think about it. Countries have animals and flags and anthems and all types of things that represent what they are, what they stand for, all types of stars and things that represent, um, you know, who we are or what we are. Every country has something like that. So, yes, art does play a part in however you want to say it. It plays a part in propaganda. It plays a part in politics. Walter Benjamin is saying here that it has changed. Modern art, photography, and films. It's really gotten rid of us seeing the true hard work and the meaning that goes behind creating these things. It's created a whole new landscape. That he talks about fascism. He talks about how art relates to fascism, which is very interesting when he goes into it. In terms of deeper meaning and analysis here, modern art has changed our relationship or the individual's relationship with the world. We don't see the world how we used to see it. I mean, yes, if you're educated, and you do read, you know certain things you see in movies are not real, but not everybody thinks that way. I mean, you might think it's not real, you might know it's not real, but some people take movies to be real. Um, some people, um, around the world, not everybody's educated. Okay, not everybody is literate. Sometimes people will take movies for reality, um, or sometimes movies will come real close to the truth, but not step into it. So art does sometimes art portrays the truth, and sometimes art is propaganda. And countries will use pictures, movies, videos for propaganda to convey a certain message. I mean, think about when election time comes. Different parties will put out different campaigns and different skits and advertisements and things like that to portray a certain message. So, art, film, pictures, they do um, shape how we think, how we interact with our reality. If that wasn't the case, campaigns wouldn't be, all over social media. I mean, think about social media, and its relationship, or art's relationship with social media, and how that impacts governments. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all these social media websites, they do play a role in how we think. Maybe you think you might not be affected, but most people are. Most people don't really go into journals and study politics. Most people are not reading, the literature of politics. Most people just go on TikTok or whatever is the quickest or the most easiest to get information on, and that's their source of information. Um, some people vote with their gut feeling rather than with good empirical evidence. So, art does play a role in politics. It plays a role in fascism. It plays a role in how we think. And film and photography has disconnected the reality that is there, because depending on who you are and depending what you can do, you can convey a certain message that may be true or may not be true. People can make you more patriotic by the type of art they present to you, or they can make you hate a certain thing depending the type of message that they convey in the art and the films and the pictures that they display to you. So, Walter Benjamin, he does go into this much deeper in this work here. But I made it very simple to kind of get at what he's talking about here, that the form of art that we have today, the way it's easier to produce it, the way that film has changed it. It has changed our relationship with culture. It has changed our relationship with politics. And there's certain depths of meaning that we no longer have because of how film and movies and photography has changed the landscape of art. That's all I had to say about this work. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.